If you're frustrated or confused as to why others may not be performing the same way that you are, keep watching. Because I'm about to share a bizarre mathematical principle which may give you some insight into productivity and performance. By the way, I'm Michael Ravenwood, and I throw real lightning bolts and empower people to enjoy their evolution. So the mathematical principle I referred to is called the Pareto principle. It's also known as the 80-20 rule, and it refers to the distribution of things in a system. The most common thing it's used to explain is how 80% of your results tend to come from only 20% of your actions, or how 80% of the things done or tasks completed tend to be done by 20% of the people involved. But the Pareto principle also applies to all kinds of other really bizarre things in nature. For example, 80% of the stars is only concentrated in 20% of the space, etc. Now, as far as I can see it, there's two basic ways to approach this. If you're a highly productive person, one of the typical responses is to be very cynical and frustrated. Or, if you're the kind of person who has a hard time getting a lot of things done, you might feel some shame or guilt. What I'm here to do is suggest that there are alternatives to both of those. One simple way to apply this to the tasks on your board is to say to yourself, at the beginning of each day, which of these tasks is really going to create most of my results? Then you can take the remainder of those tasks and either delegate them, defer them, or just delete them. That way, you can make sure more and more of the high-impact tasks end up on your plate. If you're a person that has a challenge getting a lot of things done, you might look at the people who get a lot of things done. Instead of thinking of the situation like, it's a genetic thing and I'm just doomed, you can actually see that a lot of the things that make people effective are habits that they form. And accept that just because you didn't get taught those habits when you were early or have them naturally, doesn't mean you can't learn them with time. In fact, based on reports, a large amount of those 20% of people that are highly productive did have to drive for it. If you are a highly productive person and you're looking to get more and more done with your team, start paying attention to who on your team is doing more and more of the tasks and get them closer to you. Encourage the rest of your team to look at what they're doing and emulate them. Teaching and empowering your team can go a long way towards getting you the support that you need. Because larger projects are always going to require a large number of people, you're always likely to have a distribution of effectiveness. The most important thing is putting in a system of clear expectations, measurable deliverables, and accountability. And this will increase the productivity of every member of your team across the board. And accept that it's unrealistic to expect that every single person on your team is going to be as effective as you. You're a leader for a reason, but to accept this without judgment is an important part of being a whole member of the team. So if anything I said in this video made sense to you or was inspiring in any way, put humility in the comments. If you put humility in the comments, I'll know that I did my job.